Good morning, everybody. Wenda's new invasive species now has been about 50 years in Lake Inari. Many things, both independently and dependently of the Wenda's, have changed over this period. Large Lake Inari in northernmost Finland and two small possible founder lakes of Wenda's via Patsoki River, its waters flowing into the Arctic Ocean. The lake is regulated since 1941, nowadays by Kaitakoski Dam and Power Station. In all, there are 7 power stations in Patsoki River system in Russia and Norway. Some Wenda's larvae already escaped in 1956. In 60s, by 3 successive years, Wenda's larvae were introduced into nearby Lake Alajärvi. Also, some larvae were put straight into Ivalojoki, Ivalo village. In 1973, the first Wenda's observed in Lake Inari, and 1989 downwards on Norwegian side. In 2013, only 10. Genetic study confirmed that Wenda's, both in Lake Inari and downwards in Patsoki, originated from these stockings in 1960s, all of these being Lake Sinettäjärvi stock. Wenda's fishery with totally new methods in the area began very rapidly, and boom catches in 1989 taken by 16 commercial trawl pairs and other gears was even over 300 tons. Bust after only 5 years boom was at least equal rapid. After bust in 1990s, the catches have stabilized on low level and have taken mainly by gill nets, and nowadays only one commercial winter seine team. Coregonits, basically whitefish, both before and after Wenda's boom, have over 80 years period comprised the bulk of the Lake Inari catches. Salmonids, mainly brown trout, are a very significant and valuable part as a whole. The other fishes, especially pike and grayling, comprise also important part of these yields. Next, a hydrological review of Lake Inari long-term time series. Ice break over almost 100 years phase occurs earlier. Exceptional years recently 2008, 17 and now 20, just on the average. Freezing occurs later, exceptional year recently 2019. Wenda's gillnet fishery occurs mainly in October, just before freezing. Ice thickness over 57 years has getting thinner, both by early and late winter. Water surface temperature over 70 years has risen up, Exceptional years recently 2008 and 2017. Before Wendy's time, its native counterpart, dwarf whitefish reeska, only have been fished by small meshed gill nets. Today, the main target is alien Wendy's, and reeska is considered only bycatch. CPUE by local household gill netting for Wendy's spawning time fishery varies between 1 and 3 kilos over last 10 years, the best season being now last autumn. Wendy's samples have been gathered yearly 35 years. Huge number of samples gouged in 1989 by 4 different gears. In recent years, we have taken only around 150 samples just by winter seine and gill nets. Age distribution on Inari differs strongly from other Wendy's lakes in Finland. Here it's long-lived and remind a lot of dwarf whitefish. They both have record age 13 in our large sample data. Strong Wendy's year classes stay very many years in the catch. One example here, year class 1989, still quite strong as 6-year-old in 1995. Yes. Based on yearly catch and sample data, I calculated cumulative catch by every year class already since '83. Strongest year class has been 1986 over the figure scale, but also 89 and 84 were very strong. Numbers of fish gouged over hard fishing boom were huge compared to last 30 years very light fishing phase. During the whole 1990s, only weak year classes were born. In 2000s, year class 2005 has given the best catches. Winter seining boom as well as trawling boom lasted only 5 years. Afterwards 2 and today only 1 team is still operating on the lake. CPUE has rised up 3 last years, being the best now in this spring, about 200 kilos. Among typical winter seine catch, 1 big sparsely rakered whitefish. All predators have benefited of the new prey resource Wendy's, especially brown trout, but also perch like 1-year-olds. Winter seine samples have taken systematically since 1995 until this spring. All Wendy's year classes in 90s were poor, but during weak Wendy's time, very strong dwarf whitefish year class were born in 1997. Over the whole 2000s, Wendy's year classes show rising trend. Brand new data from 4 samples now 2020 show that year class 2019 seemed to be the strongest one during 26 years monitoring. Good Wendy's catch 300 kilos, including lot of 1-year-olds. Data from winter seine 1-year-olds and the final cumulative Wendays total catch show positive correlation. The highest number of 1-year-olds by year class 2005 gave the best completed catch, and corresponding figure was also confirmed with very poor year classes in 1990s. On the ground of that data, a new good year class 2019 may produce good catches in the future, at last up to 2025, and a lot of food for predators also. Wendays growth was examined here from winter seine samples. They have goked same time every year without plus growth. Both 1, 2 and 3-year-old Wendays seem slightly declining trend over especially in 2000s. By 4-year and older Wendays, growth remained on the same level. As now demonstrated, during 50 years many things have changed. But after all, Wendays has firmly established its position into Lake Inari. And finally, maybe the most important thing, Wendays, and especially the smallest ones, are very delicious and healthy food. Thank you.